Welcome back, folks, to my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, the Complete Edition on Nintendo Switch. When we last left off, we ended up getting ambushed by some ogres and nearly died. We ended up getting ambushed by trolls, and then now we're on our way to where we got to go. So let's hop to it, shall we? There we go. We're at hearthstrong. Yes. As always, I will pause it and record in between the loading because the loading takes forever. Okay, here we are. Oh wow, it's an actual town. Interesting. Search the Twin Elms signs for Thaus. Estimor still. Or is it a female?
Estremor?
The warrior slants over and sneers of suspicion visible beneath the streaks of paint. He glances at your gear before favoring you with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city. The 6 tribes of Ingerdorf welcome you to the Twin Elms. Before you lies Hearthstrong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. These are forbidden to the S-Worn. Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts of the Twin Elms? The Twin Elms is a sacred city, built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists along the works of the builders, and is the only place in all of Irgerlof where it is permitted to set foot along these sacred places. The Eastworn, however, does not have proper respect for these stones here. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly, the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you the permission to enter the city. Only Aftermath Bethwell is present in the passage of 6 today. She has her own troubles. He jerks his head along the hut in the middle of the district. You have questions about Twin Elms? I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. The oldest of the 6 tribes. He points the tips of his sword at a long hut behind him. Up the stairs into the passage of the 6. This is where the Anamath gather. Bethwell and the Anamath of the Guided Compass could tell you more. Who are the builders? You know them as the Etherwinds. To us, they are the builders, creators of the sacred place that we guard to this day. What could you tell me about the Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Galafarians. It is a place where our ancestors first encountered the builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the builders' relics. When the builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us with the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It is the only place in Ilkalaf where this is permitted. The sacred city is divided into 4 districts. Hearthstrong, the common district, Old Song, the site of our temples, Elms Reach, home of Delamagnan and the Druids, and the burial sites, which is the most secret place to the city. I like to hear about Hearthstrong. This is Hearthstrong. It's a place where the Galafriends and the Esterworn may gather together. It is also the site of the passage of the 6, where our tribal leaders, the Alphamouth, meet. He points to a large round building on the other side of the district. This is the way to the markets. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like Glafferlands. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you'll find a way to the Celestial Sapling. Which temple lies in Old Song? There is known Frost, which is dedicated to Ramagran, a group of pale elves from the frozen Southlands arriving not long to oversee it. And there is the Nest, the temple of Halia, and Galwin's Maw, a den of beasts dedicated to the hunter god. The route to the burial site lies that way. Tell me about Elms Reach. There lies Tir Everon, one of the only towers of the builders still in perfect condition. 2 great elm trees twine around it. Even the mightiest works of the gods protect the works of the builders. 2 Delagram sisters dwell there now. The Hall of the Warrior stands at the other end of the district. Rumor has it that Anamoth's Simcor of the Three Tusks Stalegazer is there now. The Elms Reach is also where the druids keep their halls. There are the Overates of the Golden Grove and the Ethernol of the Blood Stands. Many shudder at the burial sacrifices of Ethkic Knoll, but High Overated Enra is powerful in her own way. Damn, these words are kind of hard to pronounce. That's all I want to know about the city. Something else you want to hear? I'll keep your words in mind. Best you keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the rioters have ended and the gates of Defiance Blade have opened once more.
So, this is Twin Elms, home to the 6 tribes of Air Glonfoth, and some very good hides from what I hear.
Ah, these are those tribal people that we keep running into. Okay. Warrior. Alright, what do we gotta do? We're gonna need to talk to someone, I think. Let's just go in here and explore for now. Passage of the 6? Yes. Okay, we are back. What's this? Twice split arrows. Yes, I'm sure the common... yes, I'm sure the Anavath will not commune together at least for a while. Fisher Cane. Stone Bamble. The Keeper of the Stone. The Guide's Compass. I thought that was a wall for a second.
Another Estramore. What do you want?
A middle-aged Orlan woman stands at the back of the long hall, an expression of irritation on her narrow features. As you approach, she takes a decisive step towards you. Sengani leaps in. Careful, this woman's young for an elder, and looking to prove herself, I think. I wish to visit the other districts of the Twin
There
Elms.
are reasons we don't let you Estramoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
You're having some kind of trouble? Maybe I could help. I'm afraid not.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly, you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamath continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamthoth Shemak doesn't sit in the passage of the 6 today. He would not be so kind as I.
A vision of an orange man appears near Berwith. He has the same green brow and hazel eyes. Help me reason with them, he points to you, turning to see a ghostly shape of 5 other Alphamouths. Another Orlan, a 20-fur and scarred face, frowning. A dwarf, and a dark-haired Orin, and 2 elves. Who's the other Orlan? He looks just like you. A scowl ceases around her face. Is this your joke? You kind of have no sense of subtlety. The spectacled Orin takes another step from her, settling down a foot with slow, heavy motion. Tendrils essence string between them. He glances lead forward as if struggling against the gale. The angry elephant wishes, war. The spectral Aladdin voice whispers, rasping quirk. They're headed for war. Remind them of Felwin's warning. Does Feldrin's warning mean anything to you? Feldrin's soul image gasps. Taunt tensions of essence tug at him, drawing him back to the Animath. He looks at you again. I tried to tell him. The Builder's souls have touched even the Esther.
You'd better explain yourself.
There are souls in this place and in you. You must listen to them. Listen to what? Right now my ears only hear your nonsense. The Builder's souls have touched even the Esterborn.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anums, a watcher of souls.
Yes, I am a watcher. That explains much.
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anumfoth of our tribe then. When the Estromoric farmers defiled the Builder's monuments, Feralt urged the other Anumfotha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the Builders as we do. He also believed the Builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
After 2 wars with the Direwood, his warning is more relevant than ever.
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of a polished Hydra cube flashes at your mind. There's writing on its side, but the image is too faint for you to read. The Animath turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing on a pointed claw. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. She looks at you sadly. Yes, that is the problem.
Another Estromor came through here a few days ago and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estromoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
That sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar twin elms from Estromoran to protect the ancient places that the Builders left behind. The Builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Hydra cornerstone in your mind. This time an image clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the Builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the Builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
I know.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the Builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elms Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
What are the 6 tribes? Hold on. Galafathrian's society is divided into tribes, which are further divided into clans. Each tribe is united by a particular history or way of life, and the clans are communities of families that live together. In truth, there are more than 6 tribes, but the 6 largest have traditionally led the others. Each of the 6 have a seat here at the Passage of 6, where we discuss matters of common interest. You saw, for instance, the deliberate that occurred here before the Broken Stone War. She gives you a hesitant look. The 6 tribes are the Keepers of the Stone, Fisher Crane, 3-tusked Gazer, Stone Bamble, twice split arrows, and of course the guided compass. Who are the keepers of the stone? They are the first notice of the tribe. When they first sailed to Air Galoth, they met with the builders, who gave them the cornerstones, and those words you quoted as tokens of friendship. Many a tribes, even among the Sip, look to the keepers for guidance and leadership. They had a long history against them, a place of honor in our society, through it has also made them more conservative, in my observation. I like to hear about the Fisher Crane. A mostly Orlan tribe from the Thrain Bog, most of the sites they guard are half buried in the wetlands. Even the other tribes couldn't tell you where they are. She crosses her arms. They are the most renowned of the tribes. They're not the most renowned of the tribes, but they are the cleverest and subtle. Say what you will about the Berserker 3-tusked Stargazers, I'd rather face them than the Fisher Crane ambush squad any day. They're named after a long-necked bird that lives in the bog. It can stand motionless for hours, waiting for muck frogs or spot a salamander, but when it strikes, it's faster than anything. What do you know about the 3-tusked Gazer? She laughs and shakes her head. Same as everybody, they're fearless maniacs and they want everyone to know it. They consider it a wild bunch, even among the Galafarians. Many of their territories have seen the most conflict with the Estermorn. They don't forget it. They don't want anyone else to either. They inflict and bore some of the heaviest casualties in the wars with the Estermorn. In fact, there was a rift between the 3-tusked Stargazer after the War of the Black Trees. Dozens of clans broke away from the ravaged lands and retreated further into the Darwood, joining whichever tribes would take them. Broken Tusks, some call them. The majority of the tribes dug into half-burnt forests to hold the line. Many respect them for it. She frowns uneasily. They're more than earned their place among the Six, but they advocate more conflict than is wise. And too many others are quick to idolize them for their valor in battle. Tell me about the Stone Bamble. Mostly dwarves of the White March, they're one of the younger tribes formed over the years by trade routes between the wilds and the mountains. They see themselves generally Galafarian, although, and who can argue with them? Only Fisher Crane defends the sites as such inhospitable territory. Personally, though, I'd say it's gone to their heads. They like to think that the rest of us have it easy in the lowlands, forgetting that the wars with the Estermorns never reached their mountains. Still, they came to our aid during both. They're named for the tough, thorny little plants that grow up in the mountain it suits them. I'm not familiar with the twice-split arrows. Not many are. They're traditionally outcasts and exiles from other tribes, probably the least respected tribe of them all, but our ancestors believe they should have a voice, so they got a seat among the Six. Most of the older tribes see them as scavengers and bottom feeders. They don't say that to a twice-split arrow. They think themselves superior, and they're as proud as their tribe as anyone else. She shrugs. They'll accept anyone, and I suppose there are virtues in that. You never know what you're getting with them, though. Some clans will rob you blind. Others will slaughter you for a lamb for the honor of your visit. The Gilded Compass is your tribe, right? Indeed, we're one of the youngest tribes and not one of the most prestigious. We try to keep the peace with the Estermorn, which has earned us the reputation of appearing among some of our hard-lying brethren in the 3-tusked stragglers and the keepers of stones. Of appeasers. We value our heritage as Galafarians, but we recognize that Estermorn are here to stay. The way we see it, we can better follow a mandate to protect the place of the builders by making peace with our neighbors. I'd like to talk about another matter. Farewell. Okay, so we gotta go speak to the others. Okay. So now we can go explore completely. which means we can go sell stuff and we can go explore everywhere else, which is a good thing. Well, folks, we have gotten permission to explore the Twin Elms, and we will call it here. Will Roggy and her friend be able to friends catch up to the main villain and stop him, Thalos? Or will he continue to be one step ahead of them? We shall find out. As always, give me a like if you like, dislike if you dislike, subscribe if you're new here, hit the bell thing so it rings, and I will see you next time. Hope you later.